Hello and welcome to Darlington. We are here in the Gen 4 for this one, and I'm super excited. I love Darlington. I knew I had to get one of these races in this week because it is a fun car at a fun track, one of my favorite tracks. I know the Gen 4's got its issues, but it's still one of my favorite to drive, and I think this is a great car to bring here as well. Of course, got one of the most iconic finishes of all time was in this car at this track. Let's hope today maybe we can be the Ricky Craven to somebody's Kurt Busch, maybe. But we'll see about that. We are the one car, but I don't know if I'm quite as fast as some of the fastest guys. I was about third in the open practice, jumping in to that before getting into this session, and the fastest guy did not sign up, apparently, so that's good news for us and our chances. But we're still third behind the 2 car, who is about half a tenth faster, or about a quarter of a tenth, actually, so it was really close, but not quite as fast as some of the fastest guys, maybe. But, of course, got to be consistent at Darlington, keep it out of the wall. Gotta respect the track and make it to the end. We'll see if we can do that in this one, and we'll see what we can do for starting position as well, because that's going to be absolutely crucial here. Navigating passes and such here at Darlington. Very dangerous for one, and very time consuming for another. If you end up side by side, you lose a ton of time, so that makes qualifying that much more important. It's tough though, because cold tires, very, very tough as well. So we're going to have to manage that here while qualifying as well. Second lap might be faster as a result.
The leader has just done 29.67.
We'll see what happens.
29.58.
You can really drive into 3 pretty hard, harder than you might expect, but you gotta trust that you're gonna stay out of that wall too.
One more lap.
Whew, loose. Alright. Hopefully that'll be a nice banker lap, and maybe we can push the envelope a little bit here on lap 2. Had a little bit of trouble getting it turned down there, but still pretty solid.
The leader has just done a 29.42. The guy behind has just done a 29.58. Fastest lap for Atkins.
I got through there pretty good, I think. What's that going to get us? That's going to get a 29.415. That's about as good as I've gotten so far. I think the track's a bit faster right now, but I think I could feel decent about that. Right now we are P2 behind the 5 car, who's able to get into the 3s very, very fast. We'll see if we fall any further, if we'll be sticking on the outside front row. Is that where we want to be? Do we want to be on the outside or the inside? I think you want to be single file is what you want to be. But I guess if I had to pick... man, I don't know. I really don't. Guess we're going to find out as this race goes on. Because on one hand, I'm like, well, you definitely don't want to be on the outside if you're in turn 2, but you're in trouble if you're side by side in turn 2. To begin with. So there's that. But then also in turn 3, entering turn 3 high is the fastest way, but I think during the race I'm going to be taking this lower line to try to save the right front a little bit. You can get around the bottom pretty good. I think that might have actually even been the fastest way around 3 and 4 for qualifying. But I felt like I could run that higher line more consistently. I'm a little bit more comfortable up there and more consistent personally. Oh, bad angle out of turn 2. So that's why I ended up going high line. But I do think if I had gone down low, might have worked. Just got to be able to commit to the throttle. Something kind of like that. Obviously we've lost some tire already. But we should have enough time here to do a practice pit in. I always like the early turn in. Here, I don't know how that compares on speed to the later turn in, but I like doing it something like this, where you drive it hard, shift in third. Get it down to 45. Yeah, there we go. I know a lot of guys, they'll drive into turn 3 and then kind of turn down out of the middle of the corner there, but that's always felt a little bit more risky of guys getting into the back of you, even if you do call it out, because sometimes they don't really have a choice but to run into the back of you if they're side by side. But also because I love getting laps invalidated for brushing the wall at Darlington in both places. I never really thought about that. I guess they don't invalidate your lap in real life if you brush the wall. That's something I've always kind of just accepted, you know, on iRacing, but I guess you kind of have to do it that way. Otherwise people would be Ross Chastaning it, I guess. But as I was saying, I always like that early entry because no one, you're less likely for someone to run in the back of you, and it just, I feel like I'm able to hit that more consistently. And it feels fast to me, but I've never been able to like take a look and compare 1-to-1 to somebody else. So maybe it's slower, but that's what I've gotten used to doing, so that's what I'm going to keep doing. Got my brake bias all the way back. I'm going to move it back in the car as well. Tire saving, I would think would be important, but I also did hear somebody say that tires did not matter as much, which is interesting. Still though, the more turning I can get, the better, I think. We are going to be on the outside front row, so we'll have to make sure we get a good launch, watch for the tire spin and all that. Session last lap up, and 56 laps on a full tank of fuel. We're going to take that probably all the way to empty, I guess, if we go green, which is possible. We do have ourselves a single split in this one. A large field as well. I think there's 28 people in here, which could make it messy, but also sometimes it's tough for the yellow flag to come out here at Darlington because the majority of the surface of the facility is not the racing surface, and so if somebody's crashed down here, it doesn't really bring out the yellow. So a lot of times, even if they do wreck in the corner, they slide down onto the apron and it doesn't bring out the yellow. Which, honestly, kind of a good thing. I like being able to do some green flag racing, but kind of an interesting quirk of how the automatic flag system works here at Darlington. And it can mean you can get longer runs. See if that's what we get in this one. We're going to be watching this. Color is that? Like turquoise? Teal? That color on the inside. The number 5. We got a couple people starting on pit road. That's risky here for the reason I detailed before about how sometimes the yellow doesn't come out, but it could also pay off too if it's just absolute bedlam behind us as guys run into each other into turn 1 or something. So I guess I can kind of see it, especially if this is going to be a single split and you don't know what you're going to get out of guys. I gotta practice my launch here. Okay, good to know, good to know. Feels like you can launch pretty decent, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to watch out for any tire spin once we get the higher RPM. But we've got 85 laps coming up here at Darlington in the Gen 4.
Get ready, going
Interesting
green.
to see how the start goes. If Kevin Harvick back there in P3
Alright, boys at the back here with me. I'm not
is able to get to our inside or anything.
Fast up here. 25th back. Just, you know, let's not run over each other.
Green flag, green flag. Pit road's open.
Essentially goes on green there.
The next car's the leader. Car inside, clear inside.
Slide up in front, that's okay. Being careful here on the cold tires. We're almost able to stay on his outside, but I really wasn't too worried about doing that.
Inside.
I'm going to give him a look there. Wanted to see how much momentum I could carry on that second lane, just out of curiosity. If we were able to stick there, you never know. But all right, so far so good. Real gentle with that throttle pedal on exit because it will try to get sideways on me, and I want to try to avoid getting sideways as much as possible.
30.00. You've just done a 29.88.
It's more of the tire saving line I think I want to run,
Single file.
but we do get a yellow.
Pit road is closed.
Don't have to worry about that at the moment.
5 car.
So something happened back there.
Boys, I'm not gonna lie. I could have avoided that. I had no clue y'all were stopped.
Oops. This car's taking its time right there.
Let the pace car by.
Wait for it.
The pit road is now open.
There we go. 5, we can go now. Hello? Okay. Obviously not pitting this early. That would be pointless. I'm gonna be single file from here on out, so we don't have to worry about the inside-outside deal anymore. Be able to just follow behind the 5 and hopefully get ourselves a good reaction on the launch. He's even got like the turquoise / teal, whatever color that is, tires. That's interesting. Wonder if that's like a favorite color or something. It's a nice color. I like the blue stripe too, to complement it. It's a fun one. So I'm wondering if I should be trying to be more aggressive on the restarts. Almost definitely not now, but maybe if we get later in the race, maybe the restarts might be our best chance to try to get track position. Sometimes the way it goes is the longer you go on the run, the tougher it is to make a pass. I don't want to... We got way too many laps left for me to be thinking that right now, I think. So I'm going to be patient, and if an opportunity presents itself, like if there's a mistake, then I'll go for it. But right now, happy just being smooth on the inputs, trying to take care of my stuff a little bit, maybe. We will see. A lot of times it feels like this, the Gen 4, the tires do that plateau thing. I mean, I could find ways to ruin my tires even worse, don't get me wrong, but...
1 lap to green.
We'll see what happens here.
Okay,
So
Colton.
pretty quick yellow early on there.
31, and it should close on lap 54.
And unless we get an accident because of the single file restarts, since those seem to give guys trouble here on iRacing, maybe we'll be able to get a longer run this time. Since guys aren't starting the run side by side, that might help them out a little bit. Keeping things tidy. Another little quick test there. It will pull to the side a little bit on me if I'm not careful, so we will have to watch the wheel spin just a bit. It'll be a little easier for me this time though, without having to look
Going green.
to the left while I'm trying to go around the corner. That's always kind of awkward.
Pace car is off. Green, green, green.
Alright.
The
Decent enough, I think. I think I'm okay with that. That wasn't the worst.
29.756. The leader is running 16.073.
Ease it through 1 and 2. That's going to be the tire saving line, something kind of like that. We'll see if it works. Trying to avoid turning my steering wheel too much to get the car down there. Trying to use the brakes to get it turned. There, maybe I entered a little bit too hard to do that exact line, but still just tried to keep the steering wheel straight. Let the car settle and then get back on it.
New fastest lap for Atkins, 29.
The car in P1.
It's interesting, he's going much easier through the center of 1 and 2. I wonder if he's going to save his stuff a little bit better by doing that. I wonder if I'm, maybe that's not a good idea to try to gain a little bit in the center of the corner there. It doesn't feel like it's binding up that bad to me, but it's something interesting I'm noticing. I'm only partial throttle here, and we're gaining a ton on him. Well, at least be able to put the pressure on him, stay in the rear view. Sideways, gotta be careful. Ooh, it's getting a lot of it sideways. I really got out of sorts there. Used just a tiny bit too much throttle, I think, early in the corner, and that started getting me a little sideways. So gotta watch out for that. Oops, stay out of that wall. Not a 0x, so it didn't even happen. That's what I'm gonna tell myself.
James, where'd you go before you fucking crash both of us?
A little bit smoother that time. Losing some ground. I'm not too worried about it. I know I wasn't hitting the fastest laps out of everybody in the practice anyway. It's not really what we're trying to do right now at the moment, regardless. Not too worried about it. Ooh, well that's another way to gain some time back if he's going to hit the wall. That was a pretty solid hit too. Wonder if he damaged that thing. That's what I was talking about before we even started, about being consistent, trying to stay out of the wall, keep the car clean. That's so easy to do here at Darlington. I mean, it's famous for it. So try to avoid doing that ourselves. He might have lost a little bit of pace from that hit, as we gained on him all of a sudden. Even if he's still able to keep a decent amount of pace, if he knocked his wheels out of alignment or something, that's going to hurt his tire wear over time. Which, not going to be a good thing for him if that is indeed something that happened. Trying to keep consistent here. I think I got to use a little bit less throttle through 1 and 2. I'm gaining on him every lap anyway, and I feel like I'm maybe heating up that right front a little bit too much potentially, and it's getting me unstable. So that might be a way I need to react to how I'm driving here. Adjust a little bit. Got .6 behind us. They're running some good laps back there, though. So that could vanish in an instant. I think the 5's probably okay. It looked like for a second he lost a little bit of time, but he might have just been trying to regather it up after the hit. But, unfortunately, another yellow.
Dumb, dude.
I think it's time
You
for fuel and tires.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, buddy.
What did we say on a full tank? 54 laps or something like that?
It looks like we'll need to add 12.8 gallons.
Maybe it's now time for tires. Guess we can do some math. 60. We might be able to make it on fuel, can we? 42 laps. 60. I don't think we can. I want to pit though. We've lost a couple of drivers. Yeah, it's a big field too, though. Careful not to pass him there. Alright, what do we have here? We're going to take our first set. We're going to be really easy on him. Because we might have to make him stretch.
Pit box in 10, 5.
I want to see how far we can get on the fuel. I want to see...
Right here.
I know... Uh-oh. Don't do that. I know that sometimes the yellow doesn't want to come out here. So we could end up going quite a long ways. There's either a fuel only or 2-tire stop.
That's it, go. Be mindful, you only have one set of tires remaining. Line up, single file.
Lose a little bit of track position there.
When the yellow flag came out.
We'll need to add 6.3 gallons.
6.3 gallons. Still got a lot of people behind us. It looks like a lot of guys came in. Tires were 91.89. Interesting. So we were on the right rear. That is good to know. That can kind of shape how I approach this thing now, maybe, moving forward. That's very interesting information. That could have been why through 1 and 2 that guy ahead was being a little bit easier.
One lap to green.
So I think that
You're on the outside
would probably be harder on the right rear. And if that's the case, that might be a place we try to be a little bit easier as well. Still want to run down here and save some fuel.
We'll need to add 6.0 gallons.
57 laps. Yeah, we're not really even that close, but a couple quick yellows, you never know. We are back in the mess, maybe a little bit. However, we're going to have to be very careful. Give room to guys around us. Race the track when we can. Watch for aggressive moves and let guys go by if we need to, because we just need to make it to the end. We got to make it
ready. Going
if we want to have a chance at it.
The pace car is off. Be ready.
Be patient. Lap car going up there.
Green, green, green. The leader is running 18.811.
Okay, Colton, the next car is Rogers.
What are we looking at here? We got some guys side by side. Got some guys making contact.
Car outside. The yellow flag is out. They want you in single file.
Alright.
Pit road is closed right now. No damage. Car looks clean.
Somehow we don't have damage. We get another 4X though. I've been a terrible racer lately, apparently. The incidents I've been getting. Hit the brakes, tried to cut down. If I just slammed on the brakes, I would have locked them up and ended up right in it. So I tried to use gentle braking and tried to get it turned down enough. I couldn't quite do it, but I was slow enough to not get involved or get damage. I mean,
Pit road is now open.
not really what you want to see, but that is going to be a little bit of track position back.
We think we'll need to add 5.7 gallons.
I got to get caught up in case guys want to pit, but I am going to try to save some fuel here. You can cut a lot of track here at Darlington if you go all the way to the bottom.
Car 16
I don't want to be
got the
ridiculous
lucky
about
dog.
it, but
Let them pass
we're
on
going to
the
try to
outside.
save some ground. Oops. We are 57 laps from lap 80, so that means 62 laps from the end. Well, 63, I guess. 62 by the time we come back around. So we've got a little bit of saving to do still.
Dispatcher in number 20, you got a copy?
Pretty lucky that didn't give us any damage. Won't be able to take the short way around with lap cars coming up to the inside, since we gotta line up where we're supposed to.
One to go. Next time by, line up on the outside.
56 laps.
It looks like we'll need to add 5.1 gallons.
5.1 gallons needed to be saved at this point. I feel like that might be doable. So we might do a little bit of fuel saving here, just in case it goes to the end green from here. It seems like a lot, but I feel like this is a place you could probably save a lot of fuel. Maybe even check my tires a little bit as well, which is also a good thing. Going back green. Caution periods don't seem very long, which is nice. 61 laps to go.
The pace car is in.
Catch up 16. I don't want to be
Please
as far
go.
behind.
Green flag.
I imagine he couldn't see the leader. What is going on up ahead? Oh, I don't like this. Just gonna wait for him here. Especially because they're gonna wreck.
Inside.
It's going to the inside for us.
Clear inside.
Just about being patient at the moment.
30.256.
Car in front of us is Stevens, car number 3.
Right. I don't know why I ran the high line there. Thinking about my throttle input rather than where I was actually going to be trying to drive. Maybe you do want to run the high line though if it's going to be on the right rear. Maybe we'll just go ahead and do that.
29.
Just got to back it down enough. I got some space around.
That was a 29.80.
Right.
Filling
Keep
up
an eye
now
on that
should get us
fuel.
to the end.
It's already saying filling up now should get us to the end.
Okay, bud.
Three laps.
Your last lap time was at
Instead of breaking into one, I'm doing an early big lift. Save some fuel. Being very patient on the throttle on exit. That'll save our rear tire and should save some fuel. Two laps.
Your lap time was 29.76. We'll need to add 4.7 gallons.
Alright, we're heading the right direction with our fuel conservation. You want to save it now rather than later as well, because if we can save it now, then if we have to push later in the race, then we'll have some to spare. Lots of guys out of this one already, which means we're just that much more likely to go green from here.
Okay, Colton, lap times are pretty consistent.
Hmm. "54 laps to go at the line, so we're about 3 laps short at the moment. Just a little bit over.
The leader is running 30.168.
Got that 4 not too far behind us, but behind him there's a gap. Going pretty darn easy into these corners to save some fuel, and yet we're still keeping up with the guys ahead. Pretty decent. I don't know if those guys are saving as well or not, but at least we're not losing a whole bunch of time.
Pit window is open.
Actually catching these guys ahead now. Pass going on, it's a lap car.
Hey man, I did not see you. I'm sorry. I would have let you go. My bad,
Outside.
16.
Clear high.
We're able to clear him in a good spot. That gained us a lot of time on these guys ahead of us.
Alright, Colton, the next car is car number 6.
Oops, we're gonna get to his inside.
Go low. Keep low. Clear.
A little bit harder to clear him. Gotta drive a little bit harder into the corner here, or else we might get hit in the back. So we'll have to use a little bit for the moment. Alright, good stuff. We're in the top 5. Not too shabby. Long way to go still, though. Let's see here, 43. I hate having to do math while I'm driving. It makes both my math and driving worse, I feel like. And I'm trying to multitask it.
The leader just did a 30.
8 laps, I think.
9.5.
And we're getting closer. We're getting closer to being able to make it. Speaking of getting closer, we're closing in on this 3. He's getting tight, maybe? Unless he's really fuel saving as well. If I can't get around him, not quite. Seeing what would happen. Keep it smooth, try not to slide if we can avoid it. Are they fighting hard up there, or no, that's just a lap car, okay. Careful now, I'm trying to look at my fuel while I'm going down the front stretch and making me a little bit unsettled.
We estimate we're going to need to add 3.8 gallons.
We'll need to save a couple of gallons.
That was at 30.52.
As these tires wear, though, we're going to be using the throttle less and less, most likely, so it's only going to naturally save more fuel, too. Really interesting race we've got going on at the moment about fuel saving, trying to have some long run pace, trying to have some track position. Obviously the guys that did not pit up ahead are not going to make it. This 3 is on the same strategy as us, I believe. So he's, I imagine, going to try to make it, unless he just assumes you can't. Let's see, 42 laps. We're about 2 laps short now.
30.585.
Should be about 37 laps remaining on this tank. That lap time was 30.50.
I don't know how I'm doing on the tires here. It feels like we might be getting on the right front a little bit much. Kind of hard to tell.
We're halfway in the race.
Car down low up ahead, that's a little bit scary. Yeah. Ooh, don't drift up on this racing surface if you're going to go down there. Need to save a little bit more. We're like 2.5 laps short, I think. We gonna be able to make it after all? I don't know. Feeling like I could definitely be smoother with my inputs right now. Lap traffic up ahead. Where are you going? Just going between lanes, blinking? What are we doing? Please pick a lane. Oh my gosh.
Outside. Clear outside.
We survive it. Lost us 4/10 though, unfortunately.
You're losing on the car in front.
Yes, I know. We are losing on the car in front. I was there. I saw it. It's tough though. I'm not going to complain too much about lap traffic here at Darlington. It's so tough to be lap traffic here and have to let guys by. Actually, that 3's kind of catching the 2 guys ahead. We're catching those 2 guys ahead, but we're kind of losing the 3 a little bit, which is kind of bad because I think the 3 is going to be our competition if this does go to the end. That pass attempt he's going for there is going to use up some of his time.
The leader is running 30.729.
Going about a tenth faster than the leader at the moment, even while mega saving.
Okay, Colton, the next car is...
They have no reason to mega
car
save,
number 2.
because they're not going to be able to make it. Ooh, 2's getting loose. Holds on to it though. This is the part of the racetrack where the tires really start to show up. Let's see, we're going to get a run on the 2 here.
Outside. Keep low.
Looks like he's either backing up for us or maybe got the wall. Either way,
You're in 4th position.
happy to see we will be single file heading through these corners.
Car in front is Stevens, car number 3.
Are we going to be able to make it? 33 laps left. But 1.8 laps
Fuel left.
short. That guy's in the wall.
Consistency, keep it up.
I am taking that corner completely wrong, nearly wrecking myself. I hit the apron.
Inside. Clear.
That was not good. I turned down too early is what happened to me. These guys have their own tango up ahead though.
All right,
Help us
Colton,
catch
the
them.
next car is car number 9.
Alright. It looked like the 9 fought a little bit, so we're gonna have to be ready for that.
30.89.
Alright, he's going to the inside, so I guess he's not fighting.
Still there. Inside. Clear.
We'll have to take the high line 3 and 4 again though. Alright, we're up to P3.
The leader just did a 31.06.
Still 1 and some change laps short. Ooh, we got guys pitting. It's about time for some of these guys. I think they're probably at the limit of their fuel tank capacity.
That lap was at 30.89.
This is a very interesting race. Lots of intrigue with this strategy and saving this fuel, making our way forward.
Okay, Colton, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
I'll check what crew chief thinks of our fuel consumption here in a second. That guy is entering the pits, exiting the pits. That's the leader.
The leader's spinning now.
Stevens, car number
We're going to be
3.
P2 now at 3 up ahead.
You're back in second.
Lap time
Could
was
be our competition for the win.
13.84. Lap times are pretty consistent. We will need to add 2.9 gallons.
Ooh, that's a little bit more than I wanted to hear. 2.9 gallons. I don't know if I can make that.
Next car's the leader.
If that's what it's sounding like. That's tight. That's tough. We're getting closer though. I'm looking at the estimated laps, and little bits at a time we are gaining. But is it going to be enough?
New fastest lap for White, 29.50.
The car
just
in
have to
P
do
11
even more
just set the fastest
to try to
lap,
save.
29.5.
We're going to have some guys on fresh tires as well coming up on us. They're going to be blowing by. We're going to be very careful about making sure they can get by us safely. Looks like we're slightly catching the 3 maybe, just slightly, but it's hard to even judge right now since our main concern right now is trying to make it on
Leader is
fuel.
running 31.028.
It's not going to matter if we catch and pass him or not, if we're not going to be able to make it to the end. We could get a yellow as well from these fresh tires trying to get past guys. Twenty's letting off. Oh my god. I don't know if he knew I was there. That was scary. Kind of faked me out. Faster tires going by the leader. Got somebody coming up on us now. Oh, maybe not. I think they're actually
was at 30.91.
pretty similar to us on tires,
That's good
even though they're
consistency.
lapped down.
Keep it up.
That makes it confusing too, as some guys are lapped down, but it's not because they've pit. I'm just going to have to be very aware of who's around me and what they're currently up to. What situation they're in. Currently about 1 lap short. Exactly 1 lap. That's better than it has been. We might be able to do this. Exactly 1 lap short. That's crazy. Wonder how much the guy has been able to save, how he's looking. There's no way we can really know.
Okay, Colton, there's a car exiting the pit, heads up.
Just trying to be extra patient with the throttle on exit, since that helps our tires as well anyway. Keeping an eye around us. Well, we've got the 13 in the wall up ahead. That's one thing that's happening. Still no guys on fresh tires coming up on us, though. I thought they were going to be flying up here, but still, they're pretty far back.
Last lap was at
The leader just did us 30.
Using a wall up ahead.
Heads up, there's a car rejoining.
Getting closer. I think we're about 0.7 laps short. If we get to 0.5 laps short or something, we can probably limp it
Keep it up.
back around. It's always an option.
Fastest lap for
I think we're committed to making it to the end, though. I think no matter how it's looking, we're committed at this point.
29.494.
Your last lap time was
So curious what the guy ahead's feels like. Another question is there anybody else behind us? I mean, I guess probably not, right? Like, even the guy that was the leader, he hasn't even passed us on track here with his fresh tires. The tires don't seem to give that much speed. The fact that he's still hasn't gotten to us yet is kind of wild. I mean, obviously they'll be faster, but it's not like a situation where they're gonna take tires and still pass us eventually. $14 laps to go. About 13 and a half, 13.3 at the line.
We'll need to add 2.3 gallons.
2.3 gallons. That sounds like a lot still. Messed up that corner, unfortunately. Here comes the leader. Got to be predictable here. Just stay low. Or not.
Car inside.
Your last lap time
Still
was
inside.
51.12.
Clear inside.
Get that figured out.
Okay, Colton. The next
You're
car
losing
is
on the car in
2
front.
laps
The
behind.
gap is 2.3 seconds. Car inside. Still there at the bottom.
Chance to save a little bit more here.
The leader just did a 30.912.
Well, we're letting guys go. It's going to lose us some time, but it might be the difference we need in order to make it to the end.
The car in front of us is now 1 lap behind.
Oh man, we're going to be short, I think. Trying to save a little bit more, even. Very interesting race. Intense fuel saving for us.
1 lap behind.
Car inside. Still there at the bottom. Clear inside.
I'll let you go on the
10
back.
laps to go.
Alright.
Appreciate it.
Getting down to it. 9 laps to go.
The next car
Should be.
is 1 lap behind.
We're at 9 right here. We're currently going to run out in about turn 3. This is crazy. At this point, if the 3 can make it, and he's being able to go that much faster, then he's fully earned it. think I just got to worry about finishing second if I can. Making sure we can get to the end.
That was 31.14.
I'm actually lifting on the straightaways now, not going full throttle. We're saving that much. Seven laps to go. We're running out in turn 4 now. That's progress.
That last lap was 31.33.
Trying to be like Michael McDowell at the Daytona 500 this year. Just going an absurd amount of distance on one tank of fuel. Really cool. It's been able to go green
Laps behind.
so far.
The leader is running 30.959.
He's going much faster than we are right now. He's going 3/10 faster. I don't know what that means for him. If it means he's confident he can make it to the end, he's saved a bunch. Or if maybe he's not going to be able to.
You have about 5 laps of fuel
Got
left.
5 laps of fuel left. We got about 6 laps left. That's
You got
not
5
ideal.
laps to go.
Colton,
Keep it up. We're in a great spot. Car outside. Outside, clear.
Alright, that was an awkward place to have to pass somebody, but we did it.
Car outside. Outside, clear.
Alright. 4 laps to go. We are just about able to make it.
The car behind is
3 laps
pitching.
of fuel left. The next car is 1 lap behind.
Guy's waiting. I appreciate him for that. That's very considerate here at Darlington.
Inside. Clear.
Probably should have warned him that I was going to be lifting off early there, but it looked like they were pointing their nose down like they knew I was going to be letting them by.
2 laps of fuel remaining. That lap was at 31.51.
They're hitting the wall up ahead.
Car ahead is 1 lap behind.
Right front's not too happy. Even trying to go slow.
You've got 2 laps to go. You've got about
2
30
laps,
to
2
go.
laps of fuel. Okay.
2 laps left. We're on for a podium here. This is the last lap of fuel.
Right on target.
Okay, Colton.
I think the 3 might have just done better.
Box this lap.
Saved his stuff better because he's able to get to the white flag right here.
White flag. Stay smooth.
He's going to run out pretty soon, or else we're not going to be able to catch him if we plan on trying to win this thing.
Last lap. Looking good for a podium.
Yeah, I think he's got it at this point. He can coast from here, as they say.
We're running on fumes, mate. Stevens has taken the win.
Yeah, we're out. Out of fuel.
You're
We're
out
out.
of gas.
We're on the podium. Good
Good
try.
race. Good win.
There's the
3. That
flag.
was some
It's
nice
over.
fuel saving.
Nice run. Solid
Big
work.
sir. Thank you. Same to you.
He's able to carry some more speed than us, but we'll get P2.
Good job, everybody, keeping that thing green that long. Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, I love that got to get played out. That was a good one.
I made it to the end on that first set of tires. Never changed tires. Just topped off with gas, thinking there'd be another caution. Holy moly!
Man, I wonder if maybe
Hey, Chris Weaver, you got a copy?
I don't think the
Colton,
3.
Knife was a lap and a half short.
Oh no, that guy that was in 3rd, I think, not able to make it. We were able to make it. We don't have anything left though. I'm full throttle right now. We literally were at the line.
Are you?
Saved exactly as much as we needed to.
No, I'm not live streaming tonight. I haven't live
So
streamed in a while.
we'll need the tow or something to get back to the garage.
Computer rectified.
Yeah, I think I'll follow you. You're like a...
But we'll get P2 after a really fun fuel-saving race.
In a sense, yes.
We saved, but the 3 saved better. They did a great job. Perfectly managed that. I managed enough to make it to the end, but
Can I get a mic check?
not enough to make it to all the way.
Well, not dead last, but almost last. P8. That's fun stuff. This track is awesome.
Yeah, I love this track. It's my home track. Yeah, man. Nice running with you. I'll shoot you a message on TikTok. Appreciate it. Awesome run.
Oh, he did a mic check.
Appreciate it. Thanks for saying hey.
I was going to tell him I could hear him and he left. But we get P2 right where we started. Able to finish ahead of some really fast guys. Who was the one that was leading all through the start of the race? That was the 5. He made it all the way back to P3, but he was a good 20 seconds back. So saving that fuel was definitely the play. We just needed to save a little bit better and keep a little bit more speed in order to keep up with the 3. But I wasn't quite able to do that. I saved as much as I needed to. Obviously, I was running out as we were heading to the start-finish line. I just needed to be a little bit more aggressive with the fuel saving earlier in that round, I think. Maybe even more while I was under yellow and such. Maybe that could have helped us, but still, plenty happy with being able to finish P2 with that. Fortunately, got the 4X. I don't even remember how that happened. Holy cow, 20X. There's definitely some stuff that happened out there. I guess we'll go take a look at that now. I don't even remember where I got the 4X. Oh, that's right. There was that wreck in front of us. And I tried to dodge it low, but couldn't quite. So, that's where that came from. No damage from it for us, but the 4X. Alright, so lap 1, those cold tires. 28, fishtailing it. He's going to get some damage and pull it into the pits, it looks like. It's going to be showing him for a second because of the damage or even just running on the apron like that. Lap 2, still cold tires, the 10. Wow, that thing just kept turning on him. I bet he had that steering wheel to the right and it still insisted on going all the way down to the bottom. A little bit of a stack-up situation here. The 17 just going to run over the 15. Collects the 14. 14 in the wrong place, wrong time. Oh my god, the Arca brakes. That was terrible. I found Natalie Decker's alt account. Oh my gosh. I mean, how long until the yellow came out? Was it a late yellow? I mean, it should have come out a little bit sooner. He was sideways. But, I mean, he's all the way in the middle of the backstretch here. I think you have plenty of opportunity to see this wreck ahead. You can see smoke. I guess it was still off in the distance a little bit there, but I think you just got to slow down regardless. Because you know that there's something around the next corner. You know the spotter's got to be saying slow car ahead. Just got to slow it down a little bit more. Be prepared to turn the car left or right. Big hit for Tony Stewart there. The exit of 2. Now it's Kevin Harvick's turn. Oh my gosh. That was not what I expected to happen. I thought he was going to get that outside wall, but that absolutely took off on him. Hard hit to the inside wall. And they're barbecuing on pit lane. 26. Oh, that was nothing. Very close, but no actual contact, I don't think. Ooh, just the slightest bit of contact on entry right there. It didn't look like anybody was too egregious. I mean, the 26 is a little bit down the track, I guess. Yeah. A little bit down the track. They come together. I don't know what that was or why. Oh, that was immediately after the wreck. 16's gonna intent wreck him? I mean, clearly there was nothing intentional there. I don't know why they felt that was necessary. I mean, it's the 16 there. I mean, the 26 is a little bit too far away from the wall, but, I mean, you can see the 26 there. You're choosing to be that close. I don't know. Definitely didn't seem necessary to intent wreck somebody. Everybody's so sensitive. And the 8 just running into the 18. I'm not sure was... I don't know if this was a situation where the 18 stayed out and had old tires, and so these guys were much faster, maybe. Oh, this is the one that we were somewhat in. The 8 kind of just drives up and hits the 18. The 18 was in his lane, I feel like. The 8 just kind of runs into him. And then I try to back it down. Like I said, I can't just slam on the brakes, or else I'm going to lock it up and end up right into him. I could have hit the brakes a little bit more, though, I think. I would do that differently if I could. I needed to react a little bit sooner, too, because I'm still not on the brakes yet. I'm getting on the brakes now, but it was a little bit late. So, could have reacted a little bit quicker. So apologies to the 8 that I sent him around, but it was him that caused that yellow. I was trying to dodge it. And then I believe, that was the final yellow? I think so. Because we went green to the end, didn't we? Oh, well, that's not a good way to look, because 8 did not finish the race. 8's car is very broken. That thing's impossible to drive, it looks like. In fact, he's going to park it down there. Thankfully, that doesn't bring out a yellow itself. One of the tracks you can get away with the apron, but still, I think better for guys to just pull it into the pits, just in case. That was some Darlington not liking side-by-side. That was a scary moment for those two guys. 23 into the wall here. Sure, we'll see plenty of it. 13 on the exit of 2 into the wall. 23. Exit of 2. Just got to get that angle perfect on to exit 2 in order for it to not get tight. 26, not quite holding his line up top. Looked like the tires were hot and they were sliding around. A little bit too much throttle, maybe. He was getting split in the middle, and then he kind of just turns right in front of the 11. He just, I think the 26 needed to do a little bit better job of just being predictable. Oh my gosh, more archer brakes. Because it felt like sometimes he was kind of driving in front of guys. I think here, you've got some faster guys approaching. The 11 shows that he's going to split them. I think at this point, you've got a lot of room behind, and since you're just getting lapped, these guys are fighting for position. I think you just get on the brakes pretty good. Let these guys clear you before they get into 1. Instead, I think he's trying to be like, oh shoot, he's going to try to pass. Don't do it. Don't put me 3 wide. Go on my outside. But what ends up happening is he just turns right in front of the 11, and the 11 can't really react to that in time. So he gets himself spun. How this didn't turn into a yellow, I don't know. Especially with this. How did that not end up a yellow? That's kind of crazy. Guess no one was coming, thankfully, but... Well, I mean, somebody was coming. The 18 was. Eventually. Yeah. I mean, that's tough, because obviously the yellow didn't come out. Again, the 26 just needs to be predictable here. It's easy to say in retrospect. He's got his car wrecked, but I think once he gets into this position, right about here is when he fully gets his car under control again. I think when you know you've got somebody coming at you full speed, 125 miles an hour, the best thing you can do is just stay right where you're at in terms of racing line. He needed to stay up high and let the guy navigate past him, but instead I think he tries to go low to get off the track and then into the 18. Now maybe he didn't have a choice, maybe the thing was broken and it wasn't controlling, but I think he needed to get on the throttle just a little bit. Don't spin the tires, but get on the throttle just a little bit. Try to stay as close to the wall as possible. Maybe even put yourself in the wall intentionally, because obviously your car is broken regardless, and you're not going to do any damage at this low of a speed. Like, literally just give the max amount of room so he can get through. Really, it should have been a caution, probably. But in that situation, like, if he is all the way at the wall here, like he is right here, you can see he's above this line. The 18 would have been able to clear him because he was below the line when they made contact. So that would have been a way to avoid the extra part of this wreck. And I'm sure the 18 would have appreciated it. 18 could have slowed down a little bit more too, but also there wasn't a yellow. So just a tough spot there. But just some thoughts of how that might have been avoided. That's part of what I enjoy about looking through the incidents, is you can kind of learn a lot about how to avoid contact, whether it's your fault or not, but just find ways that you can maybe prevent yourself from getting into situations yourself in the future. Like if I were to find myself slow on the track, kind of looking back at what's happening to these guys and considering what would I do if I were in that situation and what would work out for us. So here's our right front, I assume. Yep, below 50%, so we hit 46% on that right front. Excuse me. I could tell by the end we were on the right front, but it didn't really matter too much. We were worried about the fuel more than anything. Got the 22 in the wall pretty good. And I believe that's it. That's going to be it for this race. So some mega fuel saving brings us to P2 in this one. The 3 did a slightly better job, being able to get about 5 seconds ahead and still save enough to make it to the end. I wonder if he was out on the last lap. I wonder if I can hear. So this is the white flag, I think. Yes. Oh, look at that. No, that was the checkered flag last time, right? There's no way he took the final lap that way. Okay, yeah, that was the checkered flag. I was like, wait, hold on a second. Did he really take that super low line to do that? No, that's the white flag. No, why is that the white flag if that's the checkered flag? Am I crazy? Like, that's the white flag, is it not? Yeah. But this is lap 86. So why is it the white flag? That's weird. Because clearly he's done with the race at this point. Everybody's finishing the race. That's weird. Weird little bug there, maybe. The white flag there instead of the checkered flag. But I guess he had enough to coast it around and then do a little bit of a burnout, maybe. So he did a really good job. That was very impressive to save that much fuel and still make it around one more time, albeit slow. No, he didn't have enough. He made it all the way there, but couldn't do a burnout. At least he was able to do his front stretch interview, I guess. But we will get P2. Let's go ahead and check out what our numbers are. Hate that we got that 4X, man. I'm really trying to get back to the A499. Let me make sure I got this all correct. All right. There we go. All right, 29 I rating gained. We lose a little bit more safety rating. Still A472, but Want to get back to the A499. 132 championship points for our P2 finish. As you can see here, the rest of your results. I think the 5 was probably the fastest car out there, but he ended up having to pit. He was on the other strategy. Fastest lap goes to the 4. Really great finish for the 20 car. Gets P8. That'll net him 70 iRating. That's going to be more than anybody else in this race. It's a really great finish for him. Very nicely done. 0x at Darlington for 85 laps. Credit to him. That's a nice run. I think I remember the 12 saying he didn't quite make it on fuel. I think he was on the same strategy, but didn't quite make it. He still gets an 11th place, which is not too shabby. As the 12, he'll get a positive iRating out of it. And there's the rest of your results on a pretty large 28-car field. So that was a fun one. We had a couple of yellows early, but then we had that long run and some fuel drama. So hopefully if you're into that sort of thing, you enjoyed this one. Still had some good side-by-side racing at times too, particularly navigating the traffic and all that. But that's Darlington, so hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one, and hope you have a good one. See ya.